Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm here. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for being so patient and letting me handle my business this morning. Good morning, everyone. I see Mary Giles, Mellow Man. Thanks for being here. Good morning, and good morning. All right, let's give a few people time to come in. Let's get some music going. Let's get y'all motivated and ready to go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. All right, let's get started. We got enough to get started. Let's go ahead and speak to everyone. Thank you guys for allowing me to handle my business. It's my own honey. Business comes first. All right. Spoke to Mary Giles, Mellow Man. Good morning. Ronnie, good morning. Mashonda Jackson, good morning. AA Notary, good morning. Lorraine Tyler, I'm sorry. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Shirley Terry, good morning. Sunny Days is here. Trina Dean is here. Erica Butler is here. Love is in the building. Nicholas Davis is here. Nicole Davis. Talking about Nicholas. Nicole Davis is here. Erica Rogers is here. April Lang is here. Good morning. Janice Willie, good morning. Let's get into it. Kim Jones, I see you coming in. I see you, Kim Jones. I see you, Denise Slay, Simple Mom and Family TV. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Okay, I see y'all coming in. Let's get into it. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, let's get it. They love me, Rhoa. Oh, love you back. Okay, I sure do. Let me send you an air hug, honey. Air hug. All right, let's get into our topics. What did I do? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. All right, let's get into our topics, child. I'm tripping. Woo, for those of you getting food stamps, child, this is some bad news for a lot of people. All right, and Medicaid. All right, so the U.S. House, you guys, the U.S. House officially passes the Trump's new tax bill, saving nearly $1 trillion by cutting Medicaid and food stamps. All right, y'all see that? So that has now gone into effect. Trump has signed off on it. Now, as to when you got, if you receive food stamps, Medicaid, when that will stop, pretty soon, okay? Because he's definitely signed off on that to end, trying to save money, but hurting people in the end. All right, we ain't got to stay on that, but you see it right there. So the U.S. House has passed it to cut Medicaid as well as food stamps. That's unfortunate because I think about our elderly people, and that's really bad. But let's get into our next political topic, okay? Let's get into it. Ooh, child. All right, so it says that Joe Biden's former press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, quits the Democratic Party and announces a tell-all book about the broken White House and Biden abandoning his run at a second term. All right, so she can ready to start telling all the juicy secrets. Let's get into it, honey. I love a good secret.
Misinformation, disinformation, the regressiveness of social policy, what we're seeing currently right now. What I have decided to do, and I really have thought long and hard about this, is to follow my own compass. And that's what I've done. And that's what this book does. And here's the truth. And here's how I will lay it out to you. I think we need to stop thinking in boxes and think outside of our boxes and not be so partisan. This book, Independent, it's about looking outside of boxes, not just always being in a partisan stance. And how do we move forward together in a compassionate way, in a way that really, truly cares about people? October 21st.
All right, so she presents clear arguments and what is that, provocative evidence as an insider about the importance of dismantling the torrent of disinformation and misinformation that has been rampant in recent elections, and provides passionate insight for moving forward. Okay, that's what her book is going to be about. So if you guys want to know more about that, if you're into politics like that, okay, I try to touch on it and get off of it. I don't really like politics, but I'm trying to expand the topics and direction of my show. So I know some people like politics, so we can, you'll be able to come here and get that as well as the reality TV topic and news and drama and shenanigans and all of that. Okay. So Jean-Pierre, honey, says that the day that she became a normal citizen again, that she realized that Americans should be willing to exercise the ability to think creatively and plan strategically. So she's going to show you all of that in her book. So y'all check that out. Okay. All right. Y'all, when they get to telling stuff when they've been in office, that'd be some good stuff. So we'll see what she be giving. All right. Let's get into Dr. Fauci. Y'all remember Dr. Fauci? Y'all heard a lot of him when COVID first came out. He spoke a lot about that. And he is back. He is back, and he's giving some more stuff. Says that Dr. Fauci, you guys, admitted that he took away the jobs and rights of the unvaccinated. Y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Let's get into this. I said, oh my.
Number of people, for one reason or other, who just do not want to comply and get vaccinated. We've got to get them vaccinated, and hopefully they will do it willingly. If not, there will have to be things that will essentially put pressure on them, such as you're not going to work in this particular agency or institution. You're not going to be able to go to this college or this university unless, in fact, you get vaccinated. And I believe that once we start doing that, you will see more and more people willingly get vaccinated. Number of people, for one reason.
Now, I'm going to say this. I feel like being vaccinated should be your choice. But if you work in certain areas, maybe like healthcare, of course, I think that is mandatory that you get that because you're being, in a certain type of setting. But, if you're working like at a bank or something, I don't feel like you should tell a person, okay, if you don't get this vaccine, then you can't work here. You just can't. I don't know. But then again, it should not be rules for this person and that. I don't know. I don't know. But to tell a person they won't have a job if they don't take a vaccination, you have some people who have spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, where they don't take stuff like that. They don't get medical care. So you can't, threaten them that they're not going to have a job or a means to take care of themselves or be able to go to college to better educate themselves if they don't take said vaccine. How do they know what's in it? A lot of people are afraid to. Like myself, I told you guys yesterday, hell, I just started taking the flu shot. And y'all know how long that's been out? I'd be very wary about putting stuff in my body if I'm not very read up, so to speak, on what the hell it is and what's in it and what's going on with it and what the people are saying. And I mean, you just don't want to be out here just taking a shot because the government say you got to take it. How I know that's not your way of trying to get rid of me or us. You got to look at it that way. I don't put nothing past them with Trump in office, baby. They creating these vaccines and you got to take this. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I'm going to read up on it. Just like I was when they had the COVID shot out. For a long time, I was like, me and my husband were like, we're not taking that. But as time progressed, we were like, okay, maybe, just maybe, maybe we can just go ahead on and do this. And I'm kind of glad that I did, but I'm just not going to be the first person running to go and get a vaccine or get vaccinated for something when they bring it out. I'm just not. So I'll play it again for you guys. This is kind of scary, but this is where we're headed. And with more and more things coming out now, we know about the measles being out now. We saw that we got these big ass bumps on you. Now we've also seen that we get ready to have another strand of COVID. This already out and it's already touching down in several states in the United States. So you guys definitely be careful with that. Keep social distancing, as we talked about yesterday. If you want to be vaccinated, go do it. Go and get the booster shot if you want that as well. Whatever it takes. Keep your mask on, hand sanitizers, wipes, all of the things that you need to do in order to keep yourself safe. Let's get into it.
Or other who just do not want to comply and get vaccinated. We've got to get them vaccinated. And hopefully they will do it willingly. If not, there will have to be things that will essentially put pressure on them, such as you're not going to work in this particular agency or institution. You're not going to be able to go to this college or this university unless, in fact, you get vaccinated. And I believe that once we start doing that, you will see more and more people willingly get vaccinated. Number of people, for one reason.
So, yeah. And this is the same person who was kind of going back and forth with his belief in the whole vaccination in the beginning as well. I feel like he knew more than he was saying when COVID first came out, where all these people were passing away. I feel like you could have been a little bit more vocal, Dr. Foster. You were sitting back with them damn glasses on looking crazy, like you was lost in the damn Twilight Zone along with Trump and everybody else who sat on information while millions of people left this earth when they should have been informed. Everyone should have been informed with something as serious as COVID touching down in the U.S. from damn China and Japan up over there. I mean, certain information you don't want to sit on. Certain information you want to get your ass on the news and warn people, because you got people flying in and out of the country, going over there, bringing this shit back and didn't even know they were bringing it back. And look at what happened. Just people dropping like flies. I had classmates who passed away. So yeah, that was very near and dear to me too. I was just like, oh my God, a person here today, gone tomorrow. All right. So yeah, let's stop sharing. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta take this. Damn. I'm sorry. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm back. Yeah, so I'm trying to multitask today, guys. Oh my God, I did not know today was going to be this damn hectic. All right, so let's move on. My Lord. All right, so something else I got to catch you guys up on, okay? Got to catch you guys up on this next topic. Let's get into that, honey, because baby. For those of you that are traveling or getting ready to travel, or y'all know the weather is getting warm, people getting their passports paid up and signed, getting signed up for your passports and buying airline tickets and stuff like that. I'm guilty of that. I've had to purchase some airline tickets. I'm getting ready to start traveling, going places as well. My husband and I, our family. So these are places, if you're trying to go outside of the country, which I am not, not with Trump in office. They're saying that Trump has signed an executive order banning travel to 12 countries. So if you guys are planning on going to any of these 12 countries, you probably want to try to get your money back, because you won't be able to go. So you cannot go to Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Congo, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, Equatorian Guyana, okay? Well, I can't say that. So those are places that you cannot go now. He's just signed an executive order saying that these 12 countries you cannot go to right now, okay? You are banned, all right? Trump has signed an executive order banning travel to these 12 countries. So for those of you that like to get out of the country and go to places like this, you cannot go as of now, okay? That don't apply to me. I'm really not trying to go outside the country. Like, hell no. All right. So for those of you that like to explore and go outside the box a little bit, we got to let you know. All right. Because I know kind of everybody watch me, y'all. Some of y'all do like to fly outside the country, but not me. Let's get into this Halle Bailey news, because we got some updates on that. We touched on yesterday a few topics dealing with that, where they were saying they found some tracking devices in the baby's bag, in little Halo's bag. Whenever DDG and his family would come and get him, DDG's mother says that she found underneath the little cardboard piece in the damn baby bag, which I don't know who be digging under there. I said it yesterday. Who is digging under the cardboard piece in the baby bag looking for something for the baby? I don't know. What would be hiding under there? But under that piece of cardboard in the baby bag, DDG's mother said, and I talked about this yesterday a bit, that she found a tracking device in the baby's bag for DDG for her to be able to keep up with DDG. During the time she suspected that he was cheating on her, which he was, according to her. She popped up on him at a movie theater with another girl. And also on Mother's Day, he was out on a date with someone else. So, of course, she started crashing out, sending him all these messages. That is kind of standard in a situation like this. She's young. She's a new mom. She's in love. At one point, they were living together. He kind of played her, and I feel like he attached himself to her in order to gain fame, notoriety, clout, and anything else, because she was already someone whenever he met her. So it was more beneficial to him to date her versus her being with him. And I feel like he got his come up and he got his little knick-knack paddywhack, and he damn sure started giving away that bone to somebody else. And she found out about it and she got mad. So of course they're fighting back and forth, running back and forth to the courts. She filed a restraining order on him to keep him away from the baby because of his violent behavior and tendencies towards her. You guys already know, we talked about he grabbed her by the back of the head, slammed her head into the steering wheel, at which she said her nose was bleeding or something of that sort. She also showed pictures of bruises that she attained from him, and she also made it known that that's not the only time that he's been aggressive and or abusive towards her. So now, with all of this going on, I knew y'all was gonna catch that knick-knack paddywhack. But anyway, with all of that going on, DDG and his mother's boyfriend jumped into this situation, and they decided to file motions and come against Halle Bailey, which is the mother of baby Halo. So now, after DDG filed his motion on yesterday to prevent Halle Bailey from leaving the country with their son, because she will be working. So she's the mother. The child goes where the mother goes. I'm pretty sure she has nannies and all of that to help take care of the child. But DDG petitioned the courts to stop her from leaving the country with the child. Okay, and he also wanted temporary custody of the child as well. So an update this morning says that the judge reportedly denies DDG's restraining order and request against Halle Bailey. Okay, so the judge was like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, you're not getting it. Hell no, get out of here. So that's what the judge told him. So that's a win for Halle. That's a win for Halle. Of course, she's going through postpartum depression, which also has her in a different mindset sometimes as well. So instead of him being supportive and trying to be there for she and the baby, he is being the complete opposite. And that's not a good look for him. Of course, he's talked about losing out on several deals and millions of dollars since she came forward to talk about his alleged abuse towards her. And that's his problem. You shouldn't put your hands on her. I mean, that comes with it. That's understood. You putting your hands on her. She is a public figure. She's a celebrity. She's liked by a lot of people, including young girls who she's become a role model to, whether you don't think so or not. That's what it is. And you put your hands on her, people are going to take her side because they like her. They agree with her. They look at her movies. I mean, little girls, they watch her. I mean, hell, she is what Ariel? She under the sea, bitch, under the sea. Okay. But yeah, so that's what happened. Let's go ahead and read up. Let's read up. This is unfortunate. I hate to see two people fighting like this, especially when there's a child involved. But I feel like his family, and I said it yesterday, his family need to stay the hell out of it. This is between Halle and DDG. The two of them are adults. If DDG's mother found a tracking device in there, let him talk. What you talking for? Like, I don't like that. Mothers who be too helicopterish in this situation. You acting like Wanda out here. Tisha, a whole grown ass woman, 40-something years old, and she can't even get a word out of her mouth because here come her mama. And the same mess is going on with DDG and his damn mama. Shut your ass up, mama. And I don't like me telling mamas to shut their ass up. But yeah, stay out of this. Let these kids handle this. All right, so now according to a judge, according to reports, the judge has denied DDG's request for a temporary restraining order against the mother of his child, Halle Bailey. Now, as we reported yesterday, DDG filed a request to prevent Halle from taking their son out of the country and sought a temporary restraining order, alleging that he was a victim of abuse in their relationship. My problem with that is, if that was the case, and I'm not saying that it wasn't, why is that so important now versus when it happened? Because we didn't hear anything about it then. So you're talking about it and you're pushing this issue now versus telling when it happened. If she hit you, if she did out, do you have a police report? Was it reported? The only reason you're doing it now is for retaliatory reasons. You're doing this because she did what she did. She went to the police. She filed a restraining order. She went public on the fact that you put your hands on her and that you publicly disrespected the fuck out of her. And you're mad because you lost some money. So now it's, oh, she hit me too. You have that energy. You didn't care then. Your focus was on getting nookie and being a bitch ass nigga. And I'm going to say it right here. I don't care who get mad. That's what your focus was on, sir. So spare me. And and I'm not sitting here promoting violence if that's what was going on in the relationship, but I'm saying this, I'm talking about the timing. Now, weren't you just seen days ago in an physical altercation somewhere else? You, your brother, and an entourage, and you were talking about on your way there before you even got to said event. If somebody says something, then you gonna snap off and they getting hands and feet and all. So you is showing that you got a little rah up in you too. So don't be trying to sit back like this innocent bystander and then she just snapped off on your ass for no apparent reason. On Mother's Day, you were out on a movie date with some other girl and she popped up on your ass because she put that little tracking device on you. Now that is a little crazy. Okay, that's a little black, little that's a little crazy. I ain't never did no shit like that. Okay. That thing must be good for you to be popping up on a nigga like that at the movie theater. I'm just saying. Nigga like this with popcorn and talking that shit, and she done popped up and windmilled on your ass up in there, and that's what you get because you playing the hell out of her. I ain't never been like that for no man. I don't know. I ain't never been like that. But that's some single black female bullshit right there. But girl, anybody ever went to those extremes? Putting tracking devices and stuff on people's car and baby bags and stuff like that, trying to see where your nigga is when he's supposed to be home with you. I don't do that shit. I'm sorry. If we got to do all that, I don't need to be with you because the way I feel like it, baby, I'm sitting on $1 million walk. I can have antibody, and I know it ain't no T in it, but I could be with anybody. I ain't got to put up that shit. Know that. My come up game is strong, bitch. Okay, look for me. I'm already somewhere else, living my best life. Okay, a bitch on vacation with a drink in her hand and her pinky like this, and I'm gonna be on my petty bullshit like Cardi B too. Every time you see me, I'm booed up. Yeah, I'm gonna post pictures. It's going to my timeline is gonna have you crashing all the way out. That's the kind of level of petty I'll be on. But hey, that's what's going on with these two right here. I really hope they figure it out. Okay, filing all these motions and stuff. Here he go now. Now you want to show the cut hand? We ain't seen none of this shit before. Before you were lovey-dovey and kissing all up on her, taking family pictures. Oh, I love her. Now you want to show your finger cut. Okay. Go put a Band-Aid on it. Y'all go to counseling, figure it out. All right. Take me out the group chat, please. Ooh. All right. Stop all this damn fighting. Let's move on to another topic. All right. Y'all may remember this homegirl here from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This was Young Jock's girlfriend, the one that tied his ass to the bed and beat him with that belt. Y'all remember? I said, damn. She has passed away. Kadilla. Y'all remember her? Kadilla Lewis passes away. This is so sad. They have not revealed what happened to where she passed away. They do call her KD, but we know her as Kadilla from Love and Hip Hop a few seasons back. All right, but it says she has passed away. Her family has confirmed this information. All right, so her brothers come forward and say, rest in peace to my sister, Kadilla Lewis. She was the best, shaking my head. So it sounds like it may have been something suddenly that caused her to maybe pass away. Like I said, they did not give a reason as to why. They said, wait, what the hell? Wow. Yeah. So she passed away. So let's read up in terms of what it's saying. All right, rest in peace to her and condolences to the family. Kadilla Lewis, widely recognized for her role on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, has passed away as confirmed by her brother through a heartfelt social media post. Now, details surrounding her death remain limited. It says that Kadilla, also known as KD, was a multifaceted entrepreneur and businesswoman. She owned and operated 3 businesses, a real estate investment firm and financial services company, and a consulting agency. She had a bag. Okay, I know that's right. Now it says that she first appeared in season 3 as Young Jock's real estate agent and assistant, later becoming a supporting cast member in season 4 as his girlfriend. Now, this says, let's continue to keep her and keep her family in our prayers. We sure will, okay? Because I remember her on the show, and that's very sad. All right. Yeah. She tore his ass up with that belt, though. I know that. I know Jock won't forget that. All right. And I don't even think that part was acting because, baby, he was trying to get up off that bed. He was trying to get away from them belt leaks. I said, oh, my. Ooh, child. Yeah, child. She's beating his ass like a slave in there with that belt. I said, oh, my God. I don't know what you did, but you better not do it no more. All right, so let's move on, child. Y'all remember her? I see y'all that said that she was Jock. Yeah, she was Jock's girlfriend, honey, on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She sure was. She sure was. And she was getting into it with Carly too. Because y'all remember he was messing around with Carly Red during that time. And she about tore Carly Red's nose off. You know, it don't take much to take her nose off because she done had about 47 nose jobs. But yeah, Kadilla Hunter was about to take off Carly Red's nose up on the show for getting in between her and Jock's conversation. I said, uh-oh, here we go. Y'all know Carly can't fight for shit, but let's get into it, child. All right, so NeNe Leakes news, honey. Y'all remember that? I said, oh, look at the ratings going up. All right, so NeNe Leakes is speaking up. All right, NeNe Leakes is speaking up. Said that she said what she said, honey. Says that when it comes to Porsha Williams and Bravo, she's telling Bossip that she's open to reconciling with the housewife after she's making amends with the home of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it's saying here that NeNe is open to reconciling with Porsha. You guys know they had this huge falling out where Porsha was saying that she never, ever, 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 did I say ever, want to work with NeNe. She did not want to work with her. You guys remember the show, The Upshaws on Netflix? Yeah, that's where NeNe and Porsha were actually supposed to be on the show together, but Porsha made this declaration to production that she did not want to work with NeNe for whatever reason, at which then NeNe, Porsha decided to drop off the show and NeNe continued. So Porsha, of course, was preparing to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then she started having all these issues with Simon, and then Ice picked up Simon, and it just kept going. But NeNe is saying she's open to reconciling with her, so that's great. I mean, if you can reconcile with a person, okay. Says, if you recall, back in March of 2024, NeNe expressed disappointment in Porsha for allegedly refusing to film with her on The Upshaws, as I just said. And that's unfortunate because the two of them were really cool on the show when they did film together. And I feel like NeNe was kind of like a big sister to Porsha on the show. Like when Porsha had that situation with Kenya where she snatched her ass up at the reunion and damn pulled her lace front up off her head and dragged her ass across the floor. Y'all remember that? NeNe was right there like, girl, calm down. You don't want to do that, Porsha. You're going to mess your whole career up, girl. No, don't do that. Okay. Porsha seriously crashed out. And then there was another situation that NeNe mentioned about Porsha where she was trying to fight some girl in the alley somewhere where everybody was running through this alley trying to stop Porsha, where she was running behind this girl trying to fight her. Then y'all saw Porsha fighting Cynthia Bailey on the boat on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So she's had a lot of moments where NeNe kind of stepped in and kind of saved her. So it was just kind of weird seeing the two of them fall out like they did and not be cordial and or cool with one another. All right. So this is now a year later, NeNe told Bossip that she's open to making peace with Porsha, but not before giving her a reality check. It says that not only that, but NeNe dished on her current situation with Bravo. Says that back in September, news surfaced that NeNe was hosting the Live from Emmy after party for Bravo's parent company, which is NBC Universal. It goes on to say that the news sparked rumors that she was soft launching a return to Real Housewives of Atlanta since she and the media company have settled and moved past their lawsuit, as you guys may know. Now, on the NeNe Leakes show, because you know she has her own YouTube show, NeNe told Bossip that she's currently dating the network as they're in a good place. So it's slowly snowballing back to how it used to be. She's still not on speaking terms with Andy. You got to fix it if you're trying to be back on Bravo with Andy. You got to fix it with Andy because Andy is definitely the doorkeeper. Andy can help get you from here to here. Now, if you still fighting with Andy, y'all ain't speaking, I don't see it. I'm just saying. Andy going to be the one to be like, yeah. He gonna co-sign that thing, and then you're gonna come on in there and get that check. Because at one point, NeNe was getting paid the highest check of all the ladies on the show on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it would be great. They do need somebody to come in and kick the damn door down and help get the ratings up because this season it sucks. They have all these new people. People are not resonating with the new people on the show. Porsha was expected to come back and just bring the show back to where it needed to be. That didn't happen. Now they're trying to put that weight on Phaedra, and it's not happening with her return back to the show. So something has to give. If NeNe can get back to a space where she can get along with the girls, she can make amends with Porsha, because that has to happen if they're going to film in the same space. Now, on the flip side, it could bring good ratings to see the two of them going back and forth because Porsha does have a strong presence and so does NeNe. So would the fans like to see that dynamic of the two of them? Maybe. Because drama does sell, right? drama does sell. So to see the two of them maybe going at each other a little bit, that could be good TV. But it would also be nice to see the two of them make amends, because what they're fighting over is stupid. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the reason why they kind of fell out is because Porsha felt that NeNe was not being a great friend to her whenever she decided not to be with Simon anymore. Now let me say this: I don't like friends like that. First of all, don't tell me who the fuck to be cool with. If I was cool with this person prior to you falling out with them, nobody told you to go marry Simon in the first damn place. But I get the loyalty side of it. But don't be sitting here predicating your friendship with me upon the fact that I won't move how you want me to move. Like, we're not doing that, because you're never going to ever control me and tell me what to think. You're not going to tell me what to think, feel, who to kick it with, none of that. You're just not going to do it. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just saying. So it says that back in September, news surfaced that NeNe was hosting, like I said, the parent company, what is the Emmy after show for NBC Universal. So it may look like that they are slowly trying to transition her back into some Bravo stuff, but we'll see. I don't know. It would be good, like I said, to see NeNe back. I like NeNe on TV. She's good TV. Say what you want to. A lot of people say, oh, she's a narc, she's rude. She is, but she's good TV. You can't deny that. Is she a good interviewer? Hell no. I really think she can brush up on that a little bit more. And maybe as she do more interviews on her show, she'll get better. Because, you know, shit, it's practice. Shit, it's practice. But shout out to NeNe, okay? And I hope she and Porsha can figure it out. Let's go ahead and get into what she had to say, though.
Who came up on Porsha Williams' YouTube channel? Now, first of all, it's named after a quote you said, don't make me call Porsha.
Don't make me call Porsha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't make me call Porsha. Porsha said that she would be open to reconciling with you.
Of course she would, honey.
The last I checked, you guys weren't in the best place after the Upshaws when you said you didn't want to share the spotlight. And so she said life is short. With the right conversation, you guys can get back on the same page.
Oh, Porsha, no, you didn't. No, you didn't say you would reconcile with what?
With what? With you, girl. Would you be open to
Well,
that?
of course you would, sweetheart. Because I never did shit to you in the first place, okay? So, yeah, of course you would.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when I said what I said about Porsha, I say it again, because what happened.
Yes.
Like,
you came up on Porsha Williams.
thinking about, you know, everything that I've seen go down social media, because I don't watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I see the clips.
Yes.
And I see the comments that people make. People think that I'm in a bad place with Bravo or NBC, and that is just not the case. I mean, there's been so much talk. We've actually cleared all of our disagreements up. We've actually sat at the same table and worked through these things.
You did a whole special.
Yeah, we worked through all of that stuff. I did.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I think people are not thinking I'm working for NBC. You know, when you see me hosting the Oscars or the Emmys on the red carpet, they own those carpets. And if we were in some sort of beef, they would not have me on their carpets.
That part.
I just think that people don't really see it like that. They don't really get that NBC owns Bravo.
Yeah.
And but we're in an okay place. Where we are dating. If that's thinking about, you know, everything that I've seen go down.
All right, so y'all heard it come out of NeNe's mouth, honey. She's slowly transitioning back into her space with Bravo. But if you ain't kicking it with Andy, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a damn about the other people on the roster, baby. If you ain't cool with Andy, because Andy can stop and block your ass. He can. Andy is the hiring and the firing of Bravo. So you want to make amends with Andy, because NeNe and Andy used to be like this. NeNe could speak up for people to be hired and fired, and she have a little conversation with Andy, and Andy get them out of there. Or he would hire him, say, NeNe would be like, put in a good word, be like, yeah. Same way she did with Kim, because whether you guys know it or not, NeNe is one of the reasons why Kim Zolciak even got on the show. She spoke up for Kim Zolciak to say, hey, I want her. This is my friend. She would be great TV. She would mesh well with the rest of us girls. Get her on here. Let's see. Let her shoot a pilot and see how she kind of meshed with the other girls. And Andy wound up liking Kim, and that's the reason why she's on the show. It had nothing to do with, they were just, you know, out looking for some Becky with blonde hair. I'm like, oh, let's choose her. Nah, it was NeNe that spoke up for her. So we'll see what it gives. Okay, we'll see. But baby, you're gonna have to fix that with Andy. That's all I'm saying. You got to fix that. Let's move on. All right, so Ray J, honey, Ray J, y'all know the Diddy trial is going on. Ray J has been named in the Diddy trial as Cassie and Diddy's drug lord. Did y'all know that? He's the person that was bringing the drugianas, the pink coquiana, and all that stuff to Diddy for the FOs. Did y'all know that? Now, Ray J, honey, Ray J has said that he is getting ready to get the fuck out of the country after his name been mentioned in this damn lawsuit, because baby, y'all know what that means, right? Now, Ray J, shout out to Nicole, everything. I love her because she be having all the good teacher. I be scrolling through like, okay, yeah, that'd be me, girl. But so Ray J says he is packing up and says that he is leaving the country after his name and information about him being Diddy's drug supplier in the Diddy trial was mentioned on yesterday. Let's get into it. Well, after
Ray J leaving the country because of the Diddy trial.
Nigga, if they on my Twitch, they better come get me now, because I'm gone. And when I'm gone, ain't no turning back, nigga. I'm going to Antigua, nigga. I'm hitting Alki-Data right now. I'm on my way to Antigua.
Mind you, Antigua, they can still extradite you from Antigua.
Good nigga. We packing everything up right now. Nah, ain't nothing to show. What? Like what? Like the.
Yeah. We'll show you one more time. Now, we already know. I see y'all putting it about Whitney. We about to get to it. Because I've been saying, okay, shout out to Leolah Brown for also saying the same thing, that she felt like Ray J had something to do with Whitney not being here no more. Because who was last seen in the room with Whitney? It was none other than Ray J. And I'm gonna show y'all the video here in a few minutes where he was seen running up out of there before they came and took her body out of that damn hotel, the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'll never forget it, like it was yesterday. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of Whitney Houston. Baby, I thought that was my auntie when they went on the news and said she won't hear no more. Okay, I felt the lump in my chest, in my throat, everywhere, girl. I wanted to throw up everywhere. So Ray J, we blaming you for Whitney not being here. And now it's sounding like your ass done got caught up in this damn Diddy trial as the drug pusher for Diddy and Cassie for their FOs. That's what they said in the damn trial, y'all. Let's get into this one more time with Ray J, honey, because he said he about to get the hell out of here because he know what's coming.
Ray J leaving the country because of the Diddy trial.
Nigga, if they on my Twitch, they better come get me now, because I'm gone. And when I'm gone, ain't no turning back, nigga. I'm going to Antigua, nigga. I'm hitting Alki-Data right now. I'm on my way to Antigua, nigga.
Is it smart to say where you going if you're running from the feds? Probably not. You kind of got to do it like Russell Simmons did. See how he went to Bali and ain't nobody know until they saw his ass sitting over there Indian style? That's kind of how you're supposed to do it. But go on. That's the drugs talking to him.
We packing everything up right now. Nah, ain't nothing to show. What? Like what? Like the.
There you go. So he said, hey, this, I'm out. Deuces. I read that check. Goodbye. Ciao, Bella. All that shit. He out of here. Look at Whitney. Okay. Like, yep. And ain't it funny how things come full circle? Like, Whitney been gone for a little minute now. And it took a Diddy trial to kind of put it together like a puzzle that this nigga is behind all Brandy brother. The one you would never think. Okay. If I had one wish, him. That nigga. All right, let's get to the next one. Child. All right, so now we're going to look at the video of this nigga running out of the hotel after Whitney's body, okay, was discovered to be unalived from a good old overdose. And yeah, so I kept saying this is why he's hanging around her and he was posing as being her boyfriend. And I knew it was bullshit. I said, I know good and goddamn well these two ain't dating, but it was always something behind it. Ray J was sticking close beside Whitney because she was spending a nice little bag on that stuff. Okay. That's what it was. That's what it was. He was bleeding the pockets. Yeah, let's get into this shit. It's the video of Ray J running up out of there and covering up his face. And people saying, why you covering your face? Leolah said it too. My brown sister, Leolah Brown, said, what you covering your face for? You love Whitney, right? What you doing that for? Let's get into it. Let's them taking Whitney out. After she passed in the hotel. Now he want to run and get out of here. Somebody in TV. It's them taking her body up out of there. Who was that? Ray J. What you cover your face for, Ray J? You love Whitney, remember? What you covering your face? Now, he was last seen in the hotel with Whitney before they pronounced her deceased. Look at him. Now, y'all remember Brandy, the girl Brandy? Not his sister Brandy, but the other girl that looked kind of Korean. She's believed to be their cousin or something. Now, he done called for her to come and pick him up from the hotel. That's her driving. He's getting into her car in the back seat, all right? Her. Come on. Hurrying up and getting him out of there. Get the body in there.
What was that? Sorry, dude.
Ray J running out. Who's back?
Let's sit. Okay. Thanks, Mom.
Now he really needs to punch. He know what's about to come down. He know if they don't put two and two together, like he was a drug pusher for Diddy and Cassie for that, they're gonna also connect the dots with that witness thing, and his ass gonna be in prison because he is the last known person. You on video as well, and they was trying to say, okay, why is it that they said it's security, and even who was it, the sister-in-law, the one I don't like, says that no one was allowed in and out of Whitney's room, that she had security standing out there and nobody could get through, and it had to be somebody that they knew that got in her room, and none other than Ray J. Now let's not forget about the note. Y'all remember the note that Whitney passed to Brandy when she was sitting there with Clive Davis and Monica? Okay, and she had her hair wet, looked like she just got out of the pool. I remember this shit like yesterday. Whatever was in that note at which Brandy said she would never reveal, it was probably tell Ray J to bring me such and such to my room, because when Brandy looked down at it, she looked kind of like, why are you giving me this? It was that look, okay? Weird. But y'all see he ran up out of there, and like I said, he was the last known person to see Whitney Houston alive, okay? So whatever he gave her, okay? Whatever he gave her, hold on. Yeah, whatever he gave her, I feel like that's what took him out. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I want to pull this up. Okay, while we're looking at it. I want to give y'all all this information, child, because listen. Can I find it? Can I find it? Can I find it? Hold on. Let's take that off. Y'all give me a second, child. I should have pulled this up earlier. But okay. All right. Let's look at this right quick, because this right here is very telling. And then we're gonna move on, because I want to stay on this too long, but I want to give y'all all the info on this, because baby, I feel like something about to crack with this situation with Ray J, and I think he knows that something's about to come down the pipeline. He's trying to get the hell out of here, and I really hope they stop his damn passport so he can't. But I'm hearing that Antigua is one of those countries that you can extradite. So he's so damn dumb and stay high all the time off them damn mushrooms. He don't realize that you're going to a country where they can still come and get your ass, and you done told them where you were going. Let's get into this. So this is Bobby Brown's sister, Leolah Brown, exposing what really happened to Whitney and Ray J. Okay. Lord, Whitney done interrupted the whole interview. You see how Monica was looking like, hello, we're in an interview. Hello. Oh my God. All right. All right, y'all see that? So let me move it forward. Okay.
I really am, because I think it's what I said it was in the beginning. When I first seen this and I saw the news and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face when he's around Whitney. Why now? Why are you trying to hide now, Ray J? And I put it all together. When I first heard she passed away, I said, my God, somebody gave her a bad bag.
Cocaine.
Yes, I promise you, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. And then I saw Ray J, and it all added up. So I am going to believe that Ray J, who Whitney told me she had no relationship with, and this is a young boy who's running around telling people that he is a boyfriend of Whitney's, but I know clearly that he wasn't. He was, like she said, a runner boy. For some reason, he knows somebody that sells drugs, and he was buying them for Whitney, from what I know, and giving her drugs. I want to know why this boy was allowed to do that around Pat and around Gary. Around Pat, mainly because you were with her. You were with her all the time. All the time. And for you to say that you don't know what happened to her, you know, I'm really disturbed by that. I really am.
Now, we saw Pat on the...
We ain't got a lie in here, do we? We ain't got a lie in here. Pat called, this was 2 years ago that Pat did this interview. Well, 3 years ago. Pat called it out then and said that Ray J was a runner. I've been sitting here saying I never believed the two of them dated. She said, and Leolah used to hang with Whitney. She talked about how back in the day she used to get high with Whitney. They were like that. Whitney loved Leolah. Okay. She just confirmed that Whitney was never dating Ray J. Ray J stuck close under Whitney because Whitney was spending a lot of money with him with the drugs, or for the drugs. So he was posing as being her boyfriend to stay from under the radar, maybe just in case some shit happened. Do you guys not remember how he was so tore up at the funeral? Because I feel like he knew he gave her a bad bag, just like Leolah just said. Did y'all not see how erratic he was and how he was standing up when the casket came by, how he was standing up, reaching out to the casket, holding on to the casket? They literally had to stop walking when they were taking the casket out of the church. Because Ray J cried harder than the family. Why? Because your conscience was eating your ass alive because you know you gave her some shit. You gave her some bad shit from the streets. That's exactly what it was. I never bought the fact that they were together. I never bought that. And here come Leolah, honey. Leolah told that shit way back then, but people overlooked it. Because I think that the whole, everything that was going on, and then Bobby Christina passed not too far after that. So people just kind of forgot about that whole situation with Whitney. And they was focused on, oh my God, Whitney's gone. And then her daughter is gone, like, oh my God. So they really weren't focused on like details about this situation. But damn, here we go full circle with the Diddy trial. Take the Diddy trial to bring this shit again full circle to where people are looking at Ray J again. And I keep saying that's why he keep crashing out, because what happened between him and Whitney in that room, she had marks on her as well. Now we know him to be a little abusive. How do we know that? Who just called the police on him for being aggressive? His own wife, Princess. Didn't she? She just called the police like a month or so ago on Ray J because he came to her house on some aggressive shit. And the police had to put handcuffs on him and make him leave the house. So we know he has this violent side to him. But I feel like he's been on these drugs and stuff that he's been on to kind of numb the pain of what he's been dealing with internally. I feel like he's hurt because he gave her this bad bag. Maybe he didn't know it was bad, but I do know, and I feel like that he's been her pusher, that he was her pusher that entire time. And she just sat here and said it.
The Oprah interview, though, suggesting that...
I also think that Pat Houston, okay, I feel like she knew more than she was telling as well. I feel like Pat Houston knew more about that situation with Whitney more than she was actually telling. When she sat down with Oprah at that interview, I feel like she was lying and capping and covering shit up because she did not want to look guilty as well. If you hear that your sister-in-law, who you say you love so much, that they found her in a tub where she died or she passed away or drowned, why are you walking slow down the hallway to get to her room? You're going to break out running like, I know the hell you didn't just tell me that. You want to hurry up and get in there so you can see what it is. Maybe you can help this person if they're not already gone. When you hear something happen to your sister-in-law that you love, you said you walked slowly down the hallway to get to her room. I don't believe that. Why'd you walk slow? Were you waiting for whatever happened in that room to finish before you barged in there because you didn't want to be a witness to it? And then also, why wasn't the security guard, why wasn't he questioned? Because you are in charge of who come and go in that room. You know who come and go out of Whitney's room. You know the last person that was seen in her room. Why didn't they question this person? Why is that not even talked about? This is so weird. Let me play this one more time because listen. This shit here coming together. This is coming together. Oh my God. All right. Let's get into it, child. Let me speed it up just a little bit. Damn Leolah Brown. Come on, Leolah. Tell us about it, Leolah.
Whitney's former sister-in-law, and you were also Whitney's assistant for some years, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay. I just want to get your take on this. What do you think?
You know, when I first heard the news that
I can see you're upset.
Yes,
Still upset.
I am. I really am, because I think it's what I said it was in the beginning. When I first seen this and I saw the news and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face when he's around Whitney. Why now? Why are you trying to hide now, Ray J? And I put it all together. When I first heard she passed away, I said, my God, somebody gave her a bad bag.
Cocaine.
Yes. I promise you, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. And then I saw Ray J, and it all added up. So I am going to believe that Ray J, who Whitney told me she had no relationship with, and this is a young boy who's running around telling people that he is a boyfriend of Whitney's, but I know clearly that he wasn't. He was, like she said, a runner boy. For some reason, he knows somebody that sells drugs, and he was buying them for Whitney, from what I know, and giving her drugs. I want to know why this boy was allowed to do that around Pat and around Gary. Around Pat, mainly because you were with her. You were with her all the time. All the time. And for you to say that you don't know what happened to her.
Come on.
You know, I'm really disturbed by that. I really am.
Now, we saw Pat on...
There you go. We ain't got to hear no more. She just cracked the case, didn't she? Feds, y'all see this? Feds, y'all get over here and look at this. We're going to move on. I ain't saying no more. But yeah, so Ray J is saying he's leaving the country after said testimony came out that he is known to be Diddy's runner boy, okay, for Diddy's FOs with Cassie and other people. Now your ass want to run. Okay, guilty people, innocent people don't run, right? Russell Simmons, let's throw you in there too. Innocent people do not run. What you hiding out over there in Bali for? Bring your ass back here. But let's get into this next topic. Now, we've been hearing, well, we know rather that Brian McKnight's son, Nico, has passed away. Brian McKnight has spoken out. Okay, we're going to look at we're going to listen to what he had to say. Maybe we should listen to that first. Okay, let's do that first. And then we're going to listen to what his ex-wife, who is Nico's mother, has to say. Let's catch everybody up on what Brian has to say so I can get pissed off all over fucking again, because he irritates my soul, my core, like to no end. I already know I'm about to go off on his ass again. But we got to talk about it because there is an update. Nico's mother has spoken out and she's dragging the hell out of Brian and his lying ass. So let's get into it. He did a narc video, speaking out about, of course, being upset by his brother who came out to originally announce that Nico had passed away from his bout with cancer. Brian hadn't said shit until then, but when he did come back to say something, he's more upset at the fact that something was said, maybe indirectly, about him and his relationship with his son, and they weren't in the best of places prior to his death. All right, let's go ahead and get it pulled up. But my mods are alerting me that we do need to have a jam session because I feel like somebody's sitting on my likes. Let's get into this jam session right quick, and we'll get on back to the show. All right, let's go. Hey. Little life play for me, guys. Hey. Let's get that like, guys. That like it, that like. Like y'all. Update. Let's go. Somebody said they're doing the robot. Hey. Back. Where we at? Clown on my screen here, child, so I can go and get the hollering because y'all know I'm about to start all this hollering. Brian makes me holler, and not in a good way. All right, so let's hear what Brian had to say. Now, they said the days after the passing of his son, Nico McKnight, single Brian McKnight child, has called out his brother, of course, okay? He got to deflect. Claude McKnight for being the first to announce the 32-year-old's unaliving, okay? Y'all know he passed away from cancer. When I say he, I mean Nico McKnight, which is Brian McKnight's son, who could outsing him. That's probably why he's mad. But let's get into it.
Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication.
This motherfucker.
There is great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. I have a clear conscience. The only judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion. Big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless.
Bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go there. Yeah. Brian is unfortunate. And then you throw God in there, okay? You have more anger towards your brother who came forward to have more balls than you could ever have in your entire life to talk about a situation. And he was very fair, I feel, in his take on what happened. He said that there's, Brian's side is the truth. And then there's Nico's side. He says, hey, I'm not taking any side. I'm just saying that I was there with Nico for Nico prior to his passing, which is something, Brian, you weren't able to do. You wanted to pull this man away from his wife to make him come and stay in a house where I'm sure he did not feel welcome with you and your wife, who had talked shit about him previously. And prior to that, your own son came on social media to make posts to show that he tried to make amends with you. He asked you to come and y'all have a conversation. You denied him that. But then you invite him to come and stay in your home while he was dealing with his cancer battle because you put up money to get the best doctors that you wanted him to have. But the only way he could get said treatment is if he stayed in your house where you didn't want him to be in the first place, nor your wife. Why is it that your son passed away and you're reading this off like it's just a total stranger? Why are you so disconnected in your feelings when it comes to your son who passed away? That says everything that needs to be said right here, Brian. Okay, you are upset at your brother for speaking up and announcing that your son passed away when that should have come from you. So how does your brother beat you? Because I know you knew that your son passed away and maybe you were still processing it. I don't know, but it was very tasteless for you not to make a statement, an appropriate statement, not like the one you made here and then throw God in it on the end and say, oh, we're thankful to God that he's not suffering anymore. Yeah, thank God that he's not suffering anymore. Your suffering, the suffering that he dealt with you, how you treated him, how you talked to him, how you threw him on the back burner for your new wife that you met over there in Hawaii and her children. You call her children your children and you denounced your own children? Is that not crazy? This man was not going to leave his wife. He was married. Your son was married. He was not going to leave his wife to come and live in your house in his last days when he wanted his wife to be there because you footing the bill for an oncologist for him to maybe get better or be treated. That is so oof. Ooh. I hope you don't ever sell another fucking ticket. I hope nobody ever comes to see you anymore, Brian. I really hope that you get the worst case of diarrhea that you've ever gotten. And every time you cough or sneeze, you shit on yourself. And I really hope that when you get older in your life, that all of these, your wife probably gonna leave when the money run out, because when your tours and all that stop and you don't sell no more tickets, she gonna be out of there. Because I feel like it, she love you now while the money is pouring in that lifestyle. But when you got to be a mediocre nigga like you were before you got into the industry, yeah, that's going to be a humbling experience for you. And I really hope that your kids who you didn't claim anymore and treated like shit, I really, really hope they put you in a nursing home. And the only thing that they give your ass in there is some fucking peanuts with no teeth. I hope they take your dentures and throw them in the fucking ocean. And I hope they sink to the bottom of the ocean and a damn shark eat them hoes and don't nobody find them. And the only thing your ass can eat is everything hard. Bones, pistachios, peanuts, rocks, and any damn thing else that they can give you. I hope you eat fucking hot sauce and everything else that you can get. That's what you get. That's exactly what you need. He is the most anal person that I've ever seen in my life. And that's a shame, because I used to be a huge fan of Brian McKnight and his music. Did not know that the nigga was a fucking narc. And you done sat here and wrote this narc note. That's what we're going to call it. A narc note. I've yet to hear you make any type of positive declaration about your son. You still haven't uplifted him to talk about how much of a great man that he was and how you were happy that your gift passed down to him and he became this great artist that everyone came to know. You were so focused more so on your brother Claude McKnight, trying to read him down because he maybe took his side, took Nico's side. Oh my God, he don't deserve my energy. Let's move on to what his ex-wife had to say, because she brings a little more clarity into this, because Brian obviously is a liar. And I'm going to say I believe Miss Julie McKnight, which is the mother of Nico. Brian also made a statement as to say that his children were born of sin. Well, they didn't ask to be here, did they? Brian is saying that his children that he had with Julie McKnight were born in sin. So technically you're in sin as well, okay? Because you're not supposed to have more than one living wife. So you have moved on, left your wife, your ex-wife, okay, Miss Julie McKnight, to go and marry this Hawaiian lady and take care of her children as well. All right, that's also a sin. What you're doing, Brian. Being a narc the way that that's a sin as well. You so disconnected from your family and from your life. Talking about when you heard that your son passed away, you got on a plane and flew to your home in Maui to go and celebrate and mourn the loss of your son. What about get close to your family, your other children who are dealing with the pain of losing their sibling? Did you reach out to your other kids to see how they felt because of the loss of their sibling? Or you got your ass on a plane and went to damn Maui over there with your damn Hawaiian wife to celebrate the loss of your son versus doing that with your family. That's what people do. Family, when you lose a loved one, you want to be around family. That should pull you closer to family, not far away from them. So you're showing the opposite behavior, and it's given that you really just don't give a shit, Brian. That's what it's looking like. If you go and look at all the comments of all of these topics, all of these bulletins about Brian McKnight and his recent death of his son, if you look at the comments, they are eating him up. Nobody agrees with what you have to say, Brian. Nobody is hearing anything you have to say. Nobody is going up for what you have to say. Okay, let's go ahead and get into what Nico's mama, Miss Julie McKnight, had to say. Shout out to the girls are fighting. Julie McKnight says that she's had a negative experience communicating with ex Brian McKnight during their son's illness. I believe it. She goes on to say that Brian McKnight's son Nico died of cancer at age 32. Says that Back at One singer said that after Nico died, that he and his family flew to Maui, Hawaii, and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. Let's get into what she had to say.
Did receive out of the blue a text from him about a year ago when our son Nico was, going through his healing, healing process. So I did get a very, very, very negative text from him during that process. And I'm glad you asked that, because then I can address, he made a comment where he hasn't contacted our son because I left a very, he didn't say harsh, very aggressive voicemail. And in a way, I will say that is true. because once the text was received, I did make it very, very, very clear that this type of negativity is not what's going to be allowed in this space. And if this type of negativity is what you're bringing, do not bring it here. If you would like to be helpful, if you would like to be a part of this, no problem. Now you know how to reach me. But this is what we're not going to do. So I guess it was harsh.
Well, and is that the incident that we read about on social media and in entertainment blogs where I think that he made mention that you basically said stay away.
Yeah, he said his words were that I told him to stay away. What he was told was not to bring that bleep into this situation. The moment that he said that they were born out of evil, they were born out of sin, the moment that he said they're the way they are because their mother raised them, absolutely. And I thank God. So at that point, he essentially just handed full everything to me, which I had. So yeah, if I'm protecting my son and my daughter-in-law, you will not do this in this space. And yeah, he was told that. Now you're more than welcome to be a part of this in a positive way. But once the text was sent, it was, oh no, thank you. No. But he is still welcome. Just you have to come in the correct way.
Come on.
But I want to bring the bleepity bleep bleep bleep. I want to be welcome and bring the bleepity bleep bleep bleep.
No. She clearly was just telling him, Brian, because she already know how he is. Now, this is a sad moment. Everybody's there, you know, everybody's emotions are high. If you're going to come over here, you're more than welcome to be here, but don't come on the bullshit. So he took that as saying that she didn't want him there at all. So you wanted to come on the bullshit. That's what it gives. It gives you wanted to come and be on the bullshit, and you wanted to come and run things the way you wanted to run it, and nobody can tell you anything. That's that typical narc behavior. So because you could not run it the way you wanted to and come on that bullshit and have your now wife come, because it sounds like she's inserting herself a little bit too much in this situation when it comes to your children. You should be able to have a relationship with them, and she shouldn't be saying shit because they were here before she came into the picture. And it gives that you are allowing her to overshadow your relationship with your children, and they are starting to hate your ass for that. So your wife, your ex-wife Julie, telling you you're welcome to come and be a part of what we're doing as related to Nico. Of course, now with him being gone, which you like, yeah, no, they don't want me here. You run around telling people, yeah, they don't want me here. They told me don't come around. She didn't tell you that. Don't come here with that bullshit and don't ever come around is not the same thing. But when you have an attitude as such, that's how you take it.
And you're not allowing that.
You're not allowed to do that.
Such an asshole.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
Okay, so you guys heard what she had to say. Now, this is the same ex-wife, Julie, who also did an interview. I think it was with Tasha K, where she talked about when she was married to Brian McKnight, how he pretty much controlled everything. That's why I said controlling. When I think back to that interview, she was very transparent in terms of talking about how Brian just moved her out of their home into like this condo, unbeknownst to her. She didn't get to pick it out. She didn't know the color. She didn't know anything. All she knows is, and this was while he was away on tour, he purchased some type of townhome and moved her from there. And she was saying while she was Brian McKnight's wife, she was working this mediocre job at somewhere like Target. So imagine going to Target and she working the register like, ain't you Brian McKnight's wife? Why is she working? Now his new wife, mind you, she don't work nowhere. She sit at home and collect the coin. She riding around in a new car. But when he was married to Julie, which is a woman here on our screen, Julie says that Brian had her out working. If she wanted to have like money to do stuff, she had to go work places like Target or whatever. Yeah, go hang some clothes on the rack and stuff like. Yeah, no, if I'm Mrs. Brian McKnight, I'm not working no motherfucking where, nigga. And you on stage? If you ask me to be your wife, yeah, I'm not working nowhere. I'm not unless I want to. I might start me a little business on the side if I feel like it, but I'm not working at Target and you are Brian McKnight on stage selling out millions and millions and millions of tickets. We got a Bentley in the garage and I'm working down here at the Target. And then he up and moved her out of the house and bought this townhome that she had to move into because she had nowhere else to go when things started getting bad between them. He is crazy. It is something is wrong with him. And I'm leaning towards most of it is Satan. you got some Satan up in you, sir. Let's move, child. I got them all. Prayers to the kids. Prayers to the family, because I know they're going through it. I really hope maybe it's best that he stay away, because him being there, I feel like this spirit that's in him is going to bring a darker cloud that's already there, because they're already mourning. You know, when tensions fly, child, I know my family is the same way. All right. When we had a family member pass away, honey, people was damn near at blows when people should be coming together. And it made me mad to where I was snapping off and cussing people out. Because I don't like stuff like that. We should be coming together as a family. Like, all that shit don't matter. Whatever happened before this person passed away, it don't matter. We're in the now. Come together and be one for the cause. If y'all want to fight about that later on, fine. But everybody come together and do their part and let that mess go. How you stand up there and pray and come together as one and then turn around and be on the mess? I don't like that. God does not reside in mess. It just doesn't. And it made me so mad. And usually I don't say nothing. I stay out of stuff like when it comes to family and stuff like that, because I know I can resonate with what they're going through. That's why I'm touching on it. It pissed me off so bad. When I tell y'all I flew off and I was cussing people out, I was just like, they were like, Rhoa, yeah, Rhoa, this is me. Yeah, that's who it is. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I pray that they have a very peaceful transition for Nico and that they can figure this out. And Brian, if you don't go, maybe that's the best thing. You already said you did a private memorial over there in Maui, over there with your new wife, child. Stay your ass over there too. Okay. Do all this shit here and stay your ass over there. But let's move on to this next topic, because this is, child, that is some bull-ish. Yes, it is. Ooh, it's some bull-ish. Ooh, I'm glad he ain't in my family, but he'd have been cussed out, child. I'm talking about I'd have cussed his ass from Genesis to Revelations and from A all the way down to Z, from 1 to 100, baby, from beginning to end. Okay, do you hear me? He'd have got it. I'd have tore them curls out his head. All right, let's continue. Baby, I'd have tore him down. Do you hear me? Ooh, Lord, because when I get mad, baby, when I get mad, this mouth is like a chainsaw. I would have tore his ass up. All right, let's continue. Tyler Perry's new show, Divorced Sisters, okay, explores love, loyalty, and life. Now, I already set my DVR for this because I want to see what it's giving. I done been Googling this. I'm like, this might be a good show. This might be a good look, because I'm watching some other little shows out there, okay? I'm watching Somebody's Son. Is y'all watching that? I like stuff like that, okay? I'm watching, what's the new show I'm watching? Somebody's Son. And it's another show, like a little dating type situation that I set my DVR to watch as well. It's something else I'm watching. I can't remember, but I already set my DVR for this show here. And I really like it because LaToya Luckett is in here. I really like her acting aside from her music. She's a very good actress. Okay. And I told y'all, honey, Greenleaf, she turned me on with Greenleaf, because when I tell you, she nailed it. So in this particular role, she's doing that as well. Okay. So, but we're going to look at this. If you guys have not set your DVR, go ahead and do that. All right. So 5 friends, 1 bond, countless challenges from heartbreak to healing. Tyler Perry's Divorced Sisters follows Rashida, Geneva, Naomi, Tiffany, and Bridget as they navigate love, life, and the complexities, okay, of sisterhood after marriage. Now, their biggest test, they says, is each other. Now, that will be coming on Monday at 9 on BET. So for those of you that have BET, go ahead and set your DVR so that you guys can watch. I will be watching, okay? I will be watching because I think this is going to be a great show. The promo video for this, I was just like, yo, this is up my alley. For those of you also, this Saturday, for those of you to watch BMF, I think I announced it yesterday. BMF is coming back this Saturday. So for those of you that watch, is it Saturday or Friday? Hold on. I don't want to tell you wrong. I don't want to tell you wrong. Did I save it? I think it's Friday. I don't want to tell you wrong. Y'all be like, damn, I missed the show. Food with caramel. All right, hold on. I don't want to tell you wrong. I don't want to steer you wrong, honey. Hold on. Did I save it? BMF. I know I saved it. Hold on. Let me pull it up again. Because I know I got a lot of people on my show here to watch it. Hold on. All right. BMF, child. BMF. New season. Season 4. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's bad. Let's see. Yeah, this Friday, June 6th. Friday. So it's back Friday, June 6th. Okay. So for those of you that watch BMF, make sure you check that out this Friday. It's back Friday. Okay. So LaToya Luckett's show. Let me get back on that so we can watch that right quick. Watch the little promo. I'm trying to turn y'all on to some good shows. If y'all want some good TV, y'all want some shows like, damn, what is on? Ain't nothing on. Let me go ahead and give you guys some insight on some new stuff that y'all can add to your repertoire. All right. So again, Friday, June 6th is BMF. Monday, June 9th is the sneak peek for the new show here, Divorced Sisters, okay? And it will premiere Tuesday, June the 10th, as you guys can see on my screen, all right? So let's go ahead and get into the promo of the show. Boom.
It's crazy how life is. 1 minute, everything is perfect, and then you get married. Is this what marriage is?
Ladies, I am ready to get back out there and start dating again.
You need to get a job. He took the best years of my life. You don't care for me anymore. You don't. I want to be free.
Yes, honey. Come on with the acting. Don't. I love it. So I will be watching. Okay, yes, I will be watching. There you go. What y'all think? That's why you're lucky gonna always come through. Okay. So shout out to her. Y'all know she got a new husband and all that. So, you know, she got a little hey going on with her now. So I ain't mad at her. Do what you gotta do, child. All right. Let's get into some more news that I know y'all can use. Let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta drama, child. Yes, child. Says she gonna check that. Yeah, honey, I'm gonna be watching that. I'm gonna be on that. That look like that's gonna be giving, honey. I love a giving show. All right, so Sidora, honey, finds her ex Ralph, okay, and finds out that he has a woman down there in the basement with him. Now we already done heard her say that, but Ralph up and tried to say that she was lying or whatever. Yeah, so he said that Drew's still lying, but great story though. Okay, that's what Ralph had to say. But let's get into this because Drew sat down with Way Up. All right, Yee said that Sidora finds out that her ex Ralph has been hiding women, or a woman rather, in the basement this whole time, because you know she can't go down there according to the legal side of things. She ain't supposed to be down there in the damn basement, but she's saying, hey, Ralph been hiding a woman down there all this damn time. Let's see what she got to say, girl. I said, I know you lying. So she's sitting here with Angela Yee, child. And this is what she had to say. Let's go.
Exclusive tea. So Sidora was on Lip Service. That episode is out today at 2 p.m. So you can watch that full episode. And she talked about, if you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know she's separated from her husband, Ralph. But he has been known to cheat. He denies that. But she found out that while he's been living in the basement because he won't leave the house, he had a woman down there. And here's what she said.
Oh, it's been women in the basement. I have the manifesto. We live in a gated community, so all I have to do is call the gate and I get the names. I've never talked about this publicly, but I went to my daughter's school lunch with the parents, and it was this girl like me mugging me. Her daughter was in my daughter's class. A parent. I was like, "What's your name?" And so she said her name. I was like, "Oh,
hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, you've been in my house." She was like, in the basement working out with Ralph.
Wow, that's awful.
But I'm saying they broke up, so he could do what he want to do, right?
But in the same house, here's some exclusive tea. So,
first of all, I would never put myself in a situation to where if me and my significant other break up, we're still in the same house. I done told y'all that shit would not fly with me. I got to have my own space. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to look at you every day. I don't want to smell your cologne. I don't want to breathe you. I don't want to see you, know you, none of that. I don't want to see you coming and going. I don't want your mail coming to the house. I don't want to see that. I done told y'all, when leave me all the way alone. When I'm done with you, don't bother me in no aspect. Call, email, none of that. I don't want it. I don't want it. But what do y'all think about this situation with Drew, it's already effed up that they're still staying under the same roof. Mind you, he is in the basement. But what do you think about if you are separated and in a situation where one person, the spouse, is staying upstairs, another one is staying in another area of the house, and they're both bringing other people into said equation and having maybe intimacy? Of course, you know it's intimacy. You ain't just working out down there. Like, stop it. Okay, he done tapped you on the ass down there while you doing little sit-ups, and then he done got on top of you, and boom, there you go. But what do y'all think about that? Do you think that that's appropriate if a person decide or people decide that they're moving on and they're going through a separation pending divorce, that they can bring said person into the same area or space that they share with the person that they are anticipating divorce? Put it in there. All right, let's continue though. While you guys are putting that in there, let's
on there.
Oh, wow. But listen, that's his portion of the house.
Yeah, but I think also like leave the house to do things if you because of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know. Now she also talked about the fact that she has been going on some dates here and there because they are separated. Here's what she said.
And I've gone on a couple of dates. Well, since I've been so busy, I've been on like promo tours. People have like flown in and come like, oh, I'm going to come support you, see you perform, or come to your album release party, whatever it may be. And if I hang out, we're like in a group setting.
Have you gone as far as like kissing somebody else, or has it
flirting? Definitely
just flirting?
Flirting for sure.
What does that mean, flirting?
You know, little
like
like
this is 25, 2025. What does flirting mean?
I mean, she's been married for how long has she been married? Like 10 years? You know, so that's a long, she's got to get back out there in the dating game.
You might as well jump full-fledged.
Well, I'm sure there's things that she wants to handle first on there.
Oh, wow. But listen, that's his portion of the house.
Yeah, but I think also.
Now, Drew is a liar. Now, we can go ahead and co-sign the fact that Drew is a whole liar. Now, I showed y'all yesterday where Drew was sitting up here arguing with Porsha saying, I ain't dating nobody. When Porsha threw up the fact that she was dating some guy named Black, and Drew's whole disposition changed. Like, why the fuck you say that on TV? So when Porsha said that, of course, Drew became very defensive in terms of saying, I'm not dating, I'm still married. Like, I'm not dating him or anyone. I'm still married. But then now in this interview with Angela Way Up, you admitting that you're dating. So which one is it? Either you ain't or you are dating. Like, what? And if you are, that's your business. You grown. Okay, because you know sometimes when people's divorces take a little bit longer than expected, they kind of do go ahead and start dating somebody else. But you don't have to lie about it. If you're doing it, just say you're doing it. You already put out there that he is, so it's given that, you know, maybe she don't want it said in the courts that, oh, if she's saying, oh, he's dating or bringing somebody in the house, when he said, well, for him to be able to say, well, you're dating somebody else too, or you're doing this too. You know what I mean? Drew is like, she does things and then she likes to be very secretive about her shit that she do behind the scene. And I get it. Everybody have this little thing about them where they want to be private or they don't want, you know, all their business out there like that. But girl, you are a public figure. People gonna pull up your business. People gonna talk about you. People gonna mention what you're doing. They want to know your business, girl. Especially you on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You gotta talk about your business. And if people are saying that they've seen you out with this dude named Black, that's probably who it is that you're dating, and it's okay. Like, you don't have to hide that and be like, girl, no, not me, honey, me. You know, I'm still married to Ralph. We know that. But who, girl, is breaking down your walls with the strength of your love? Like Whitney used to say. Girl, who is breaking down your walls with the strength of their love? Is Black doing that? Oh my God, Drew is such a liar. Drew is such a liar. All right, let's continue though. I don't care, child. I don't care, honey. If you're getting smashed, it is what it is. All right, let's get into what Ralph and his stupid ass got to say, because he get on my damn nerves too. Yeah, somebody breaking down the walls, honey, with the strength of their love, like Whitney. Yes, child. She said, don't make me close no more doors, girl, because I don't want to hurt no more. So Drew like, bitch, I ain't about to wait on this divorce. I ain't want to hurt no more. Throw my leg over your shoulder and go on. All right, let's go ahead and get on this. So Ralph says that Drew plays a game on TV and that she plays the damsel in distress card. He says that it's a role and a character that she does it so well because she's an actress. So he's saying that all this shit we seeing on TV, child, don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's just acting. Like, I was just feeding her food the other day, right? Mary said, real to maybe pee on myself. Child, I'm just saying. But yeah, I feel like I said, do I feel like that Ralph and Drew still might be messing around, you know, with each other behind the scenes? Probably. I'm just saying, it's still some passion there. When we saw the video of the two of them when he fed her, like put the food in her mouth, and the way she was like staring at him and looking at him, it was like they had just finished doing something, or that sexual connection is still there. You could tell when the way a person look at somebody. Okay, body language, honey. I can read body language real good. So Drew, the way you was looking at Ralph was like, yeah, he can get that thing when he want to still. Okay, because when you don't like a nigga, you be like, everything he say just turns you off, and you just in ill mode. Anybody ever been in ill mode? Yeah, where you just like, anytime he talking, it's just like everything he say, even if he's talking about God, it just irritates you to no end. You be like, God is a good God. You be like, you on that shit. That's my attitude, though. When a person irritate me like that, I just be like, all right. That's my attitude. But when you still kind of, behind the scenes, like rolling your back in their presence or whatever, then you just kind of look at them like everything they say, you just hang on their every word, and you just like Drew was in the video like this. Because that's how she was looking at him. I was like, yeah, he's still tapping that girl. You ain't telling nobody nothing. But let's get into what Ralph had to say.
Drew plays a game on TV, though. You know what I'm saying? So she plays a damsel in distress card. And it's amazing for her because, it's a role. It's a character. And she does it so well because she's an actress that everything goes. Like she can go and she can throw a rock, hide her hand, and then cry about it. That junk is so. For a while, I could never really talk about it. Now I can, of course, because we're going through our situation. But that's the game that she plays. You know what I'm saying? So it works for her.
So is it a gift and a curse being married to an actress?
I wouldn't say it's a. As long as the actress knows when it's time to act and when the cameras are off, you know what I'm saying?
So the cameras are off and she's still in actress mode.
Nah, you know what the crazy thing is when the cameras are off, she's actually back to her normal self.
So it's when the cameras are on.
When them cameras are on, I'd be like, why did you do that? You know what I'm saying? They make me look crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, that's my inspiration. So it's kind of crazy and it's hard for me to navigate that because I'm not an actress. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an actor. Yeah. I don't know how to go and navigate the different things. I'm just who I am. So if you say something crazy to me, or you say something that makes me question it, or something cat, then I'm gonna be like that's not true. And then I'm gonna come at you about it. I'm gonna ask you about it. Drew plays a game on TV.
Ralph, shut your ass up, Ralph, because. You are actor too, okay? You are actor too. You very extra, like a little female too. You are. You probably sitting there with a pad with wings on right now, sitting in that damn interview. I love the way he just tried to throw Drew. Now, Drew, mind you, Drew do be doing a lot of acting. She can cry on cue because I be seeing it in interviews. Oh my God, yeah. She be talking and then do this. I'm sorry. And then just whip up some tears real quick. And you like, what happened? What you crying for? She do that all the time. But Ralph, you kind of give that as well. You really do. I feel like you kind of feed into the bullshit that Drew be on. And I think that you guys kind of feed off of each other when it comes to the pettiness. I really do. Y'all been together too damn long. Like, when she's lying, she know when you lying. And I feel like the two of you try to compete in terms of who's going to be the biggest asshole in the situation. Drew, you too. Yes, you do, Drew. You be involved in the mess too. You got a little narcissism in your ass too. You are starting to act a little bit like Ralph. And Ralph, you act a lot like Drew, okay? I feel like you can cry on cue too if somebody asks you to. But bottom line is, I feel like the two of them are in a hurry or in a competition to try to see who they can hurt the most. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Martell did the same shit to Mel. Okay, let me hurry up and hurt you before you hurt me. And you got people out there that's like that. They are so guarded or just petty. Let's call it petty. I won't call it guarded. They are so petty and so intentional. That's a great word to put there. Intentional, that they will try to hurt you before you can hurt them. Okay, that is how. And Martell used to irritate me to no end when Love and Marriage Huntsville would be on, when he and Mel were in the early stages of was bad at that. Anything Mel said, he would escalate it to, you thought it was just like to the death, child. They were fighting to the death over something very small. And it was because he was in a mission to try to hurry up and hurt this girl before she could hurt him. Now, do I feel like, and I like Mel, do I feel like Mel kind of fed into that, kind of poked the bear a little bit because she knew that she got his ass and she had him where she needed him? Absolutely. When you feel like you one-upping somebody and that you're going to always one-up them, yeah, you kind of feel like, hey, kind of put your crown on like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little petty today. And you have every right to be, because you fucked it up, Martell. You did. You had a baby on her. You treated her wrong. You talked shit about her. You were aggressive towards her. So any little petty actions that she wanted to have against you, you deserve it. And in this situation here, Ralph, I feel like if you're going to be having some sexual situations, don't have them in the basement. Go get you a hotel room. Okay. You got the money to do it. Go get a hotel room and you and said person go and have y'all fun there. I do not agree that you should bring that person in the house. Suppose your children hear some all that shit down in the basement. They should never hear that. They should never be introduced to someone else that you're messing with off the record. The only person they should see you with right now, because it's confusing. Your children are young. The only woman that should see you around right now is Drew. Even if you don't like her, just out of respect for not just yourself and for her, but your children, you still should have that respect for Drew, even though you guys are going through divorce. And it shouldn't even be that way. I said the same thing about Mel and Martell. Martell has lost respect for Melody. That's why it's so easy for him to do things to kind of hurt her and continue to do the things that he do. He don't have respect for her no more. And Ralph, I don't feel that you have respect for Drew anymore, or you would not put yourself in that situation. No woman should be approaching her at your child's school and mentioning that she was in her house. Okay, y'all are still married. That is still her house. I don't give a fuck if she came in through the basement or not. It's wrong. No one should be approaching her saying, yeah, I was at your house. Me and Ralph was working out downstairs and whatever else we were doing, we did it. Because, you know, you got females that's that way. You know that as petty as Ralph is, you know, whoever it is he's messing with, he done said some little shit to them about Drew. He done had a conversation with his new about Drew. So they done had, yeah. I just see it happening. I just know because that's how petty people work. So that's why old girl felt comfortable enough to be giving her the stank eye, like she said, was kind of giving her the once over and giving her the stank eye and kind of trying her a little bit and letting her know, yeah, I'm with your nigga. Mm-hmm. That thing you sit on, I'm sitting on it now. Because you have women that's bold like that. Yeah, that thing that you've been sitting on for 10 years, I'm sitting on it now. Okay? He making me scream now. And she know it's gonna get a rise out of Drew because Drew is still like this. Even though she's dating, she's still in limbo. She still love that man because it's in your eyes, girl. I saw it in that video when he put that meat in your mouth. Not that other meat, girl, because when he put that meat in your mouth. Mm-hmm. Drew was like, oh, you know I'm fucking you tonight. I had to say it that way. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't clean it up. Oh, she was like, I'm fucking you tonight. That's what she told Ralph Child. That's what the eyes said. I said, oh, let me get out y'all business, girl, because that's what the game. But let's move on. Mm-hmm. You know you're getting this thing tonight, right? You know that. Matter of fact, I ain't got no drawers on right now. What's up? Oh, that's my shit. Let me stop. But that's the look she gave. Okay, let me get back on them. Put it back on them. Get out my business. But yeah. Let's get into somebody else's business right quick. Mm-hmm. Ooh, child. How about I put myself out there? All right, let me reel it back in. Shit. All right. Child, you gotta put it sometime. I ain't never that mad. Hell. Be mad, but I ain't never that mad. All right. Ooh, Lord. Let's continue though. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's continue, Lord. All right, so Evelyn Lozada. Let's get into some basketball wife news. Ooh, Evelyn Lozada, honey, said that she could make more money on OnlyFans than she does on Basketball Wives. Don't we know it, girl? Okay, your whole card is not declined. We know that, girl. So she said, hey, I can get more money, girl, if I'm over there on OnlyFans with my leg cocked up and whatnot. Okay, let's get into it. So shout out to the Jasmine brand. All right. Really then, girl. Really then. All right, so in a conversation with In Touch, okay, said the reality star opened up about her income goals because you know all her money come from her baby daddies. Now, it says that I'm not leaving $1 on the table. It says that I feel like the page is doing great. She says, but because she got some type of page out there, some website or whatever. Says, but she said, but the sky's the limit with OnlyFans. So she's entertaining, maybe getting an OnlyFans. Says, if I wasn't doing Basketball Wives and was just doing that, she said, I could definitely make more money than I make there. She says, but I love doing the show. I'm sure you do, because you all up in Jennifer business. That's your storyline this season. You don't have a storyline. What are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? Says that Evelyn Child launched her OnlyFans during the pandemic. I didn't know that. Says, but she took a break and later returned with help from a management team. She said that we've been doing it for a couple of months now. She said, for clarity, I'm not in there busting it down. Well, what are you doing? Okay. She says, I'm always mindful, but whatever I post on there, she said, it is, she said, if it hits the airways, she said, I'm with it. Okay. But you know, not everybody's on OnlyFans is on there being like intimate, like, you know, like having sex with somebody. Like, see, people just showing body parts. Am I going to tell something? I know of people who show just like feet, because you have people that have feet fetishes or foot fetishes rather, and they show their feet and get paid lots of money. That's a real thing. Did y'all know that? There are people out there who have feet fetishes or foot fetishes, and they're posting their feet on OnlyFans and they're getting a bag. So people get turned on by seeing women or people with sexy feet. Okay, if you ain't got no corns and you go get them things done like every 2 weeks and you put your foot up there, honey, and it's a nice looking foot. Yeah, people like, somebody said, ew, yeah. People have foot fetishes and they're posting their feet, and people get off on that. And they pay big money to see people with nice feet or sexy. They call it sexy feet. Okay. I never heard of that, but yeah, that's what they call it. So maybe she's doing that. Maybe she's showing body parts. Maybe, maybe she's showing boobs or whatever. Because people do that. Okay. What's the girl from Family Matters? She has one. That's how she been getting by. Okay, yeah. The girl from Family Matters, the one that had the little ponytails that they said went up the stairs and never came back down. She created OnlyFans, and that's how she's been surviving, because Hollywood ain't been calling her, so she had to do something to keep her bills and stuff paid. Also, the girl from the Bernie Mac show, she was doing OnlyFans as well. Did y'all know that? Camille, ain't that her name? The girl Camille from the Bernie Mac show. His daughter, Bernie Mac's daughter, on there, or niece, whatever she was on there. But she also has an OnlyFans, and she's doing very well. She makes a bag from OnlyFans. Okay, she sure damn do. But she says that Evelyn continued by saying that it could be a bathing suit, or it could be lingerie. So see, yeah, people love to see that. If she has a nice body, she probably can make a nice little coin from that. Evelyn is not an ugly girl. Okay, no homo. She's not an ugly girl, but her attitude makes her ugly. But people will sign on, especially knowing if it's her, unless she's not showing her face and just showing her body. She can make a nice bag if she wants to, because she does work out and keep her body up. And what she don't work out and get that done in the gym, she go and get it done on the damn doctor's table. But nevertheless, she does have a great body, and people will pay to see that. So she said, yes, I'm a grandma and I'm 49, but I feel great. So it says Evelyn is currently on season 12 of Basketball Wives, but it's clear that she's loving the earning potential from her online platform. So a lot of people are turning to OnlyFans for a check. So you don't have to show your face on there. I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't have a desire to. I can't have OnlyFans with doing the type of work that I do. Would I want to? Hell no. I'm not showing nobody parts with nobody but my husband. I will never degrade myself or my body in that way. I could never be a stripper. That's just not in me to do it. I'm too not self-conscious, because I feel like I work out and keep my body up. But it's just that I don't want nobody seeing those things that I share with the person who I took vows with. I just have a certain respect for myself in that way. I've always been that way. And I do have some whole shit downstairs that I put on from time to time when I feel like it, maybe, but it's not to the point where it's overly sharing, if you will. Okay. Sometimes I get ready to go out the door. My husband's like, you about to wear that? Sure. Yeah, that's why I put it on. But sometimes I had to catch myself, because it's getting warm. It's getting a little warm out there. Your girl been out here in the gym and doing a little thing and whatnot. But so yeah, so if you want to get OnlyFans, go ahead, but just make it tasteful. Okay, you can go and put your little lingerie on there, earn a little coin, and go on back to work, child. But you have to make sure you read your code of conduct, because you have some jobs that don't really, like that type stuff, because you can't get fired if you kind of go a little too far. But yeah, so if that's what she feels that she needs to do, she says she's making more money, or she was making more money on OnlyFans versus Basketball Wives. Maybe, child. I don't know. I don't care no more. So let's move on. Last and final topic, girl. I gotta go. Last and final topic. What y'all think about it? Why y'all laughing? She is very ugly on the inside. All right. Shout out to my girl, Empress Radio. Thanks for letting me use this clip. All right. Because I did not want to see the whole thing. And I actually put it up on Instagram with Tisha, where she went live to talk about the damn show. For those of you that don't care, I don't really either, but it's news I hope you guys can use, where she's talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville and their return. She said that she's hearing rumors about the show being canceled and the show not coming back. Shout out to Empress again. So we're going to watch it, where Tisha is actually talking about this damn show. All right. I really hope I don't gotta edit this out with the music in the background. If I do, it is what it is. It's at the tail end, so it'll be easy. Let's go.
I feel like I have no hair, all my hair off. You do realize that your hair is still longer than most people's hair, right?
So Tisha done cut all her damn hair off, according to her. She said she cut her hair kind of short because it was damaged or whatever. So yeah.
First of all, have you seen Macy and Mila? Macy and Mila don't count. I'm saying, Macy and Mila don't count. They ain't did nothing to their hair. And I've been taking care of their whole life. You said you grew their hair and yours. I need to get a cigar. You do. Hey, y'all. I was just talking to my sister. We got the noise. So I was just talking to my sister, Millie. She don't like to be on live. Hey, Millie. Back around. But I was just talking to my sister Millie because y'all, I done cut all my hair off. Cut all my hair. So she was like, how do you feel? You feel weird? I was like, I've never had like short hair before, so it feels weird, but my hair was damaged, so starting all over again.
Stop lying. You did have short hair before. Let me show y'all. I feel like you did something, child, because I don't mean to stop. Let me go ahead. I'll play it.
This hair, it'll go back. Anyway, it is starting all over. If you cut your hair, look, when they start telling you about that 1-inch, 2-inch stories, that's starting all over. You just did a little bit. I said that like 6. I said that was a lot. I'm gonna show you the video. You did. Oh, I know what hair you have, so I know it was a lot. Oh, there's another Millie out here. Thank you. Yeah, I told the lady, I was like, I'm all about healthy hair. Yes, I want it long, but I'm all about healthy hair. Listen, so I was like, I'm gonna go live right quick because I had these lovely ladies. I'm gonna let them say hi to y'all right quick. They came from Chicago to play. Hello, say hi to everybody.
Too much with music. She just talked to some friends that came in. I think she said from Ohio, because she inside now. It's making the music a little bit louder, so we're gonna kind of dumb it down a little bit when she go back out. She's about to go back outside. Damn, I feel like I'm gonna have to edit this shit out, but whatever.
That always ass noisy. But yes, what is going on? Who said the show was canceled? Who said that? That facial expression, I look like my cousin, so I had to switch it. I look like my cousin just did. Anyways, y'all, don't believe everything you hear all the time, especially about Love and Marriage Huntsville. The show is not canceled. I don't know why they're putting it out there. If it is canceled, I haven't received the notice yet, and we're working, so no, it's not. Social media, somebody had to put it on social media. It's Wednesday here at Black, and it's karaoke night, so Marcel is singing. Y'all want to say hi to Marcel?
No.
No! Social media, what? Social media be lying. No. Hey! But no, y'all. It's not canceled. Actually, I think we had a good time this season filming. You know, of course. Hey, Marcus! Look, he all dressed up. Thank you. I work in Canada. Thank you for your support. I know we got a lot of people that support us and watch the show, and we appreciate that. So tell Marcel to come say hi. Okay, let me go get him right quick.
All right, she's going to get Marcel. But y'all heard her say the show is not canceled. She hasn't heard anything about that. There's been rumors that the show was canceled. Like I said, if the show is supposed to be coming back this month, they're saying mid-June. We haven't heard of any we haven't seen a promo video, nothing, no information on the show when it's coming back. No, nothing. We haven't heard nothing, which is something that by now we would have seen multiple videos and promo videos for the show and talking about when it's coming back, and to please.
In there that came over to Chicago. They was like, we're so sorry your show got canceled. And I'm like, who is saying that?
They gotta check it, like Kimmy said.
They told me social media is saying it.
Well, there's a way to fix the algorithm. All right? He said it's about your algorithm. Like what? Who
said it?
Kimmy said. She said, damn, I forgot to post.
You're trying to steal it.
No, she said it feels like
T-Squad. He can't think of it, y'all.
Damn, it was a dope ass quote.
He's not that funny.
No, I steal people's jokes. I steal people's jokes. I stole Kimmy's jokes. I steal everybody's jokes. But let me see. What she said, let me help you fix your algorithm. Basically, what you pay attention to is what they're going to send you. So if you pay attention to the bullshit, they're going to send you a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, don't believe the internet.
No, believe that shit they say on YouTube.
Don't believe it.
It's AI.
Believe it on
It's
YouTube. AI. Don't believe none of it. Believe what you see from the person and nothing what you hear about the person.
Don't believe that either.
Believe what you see from the person, but nothing about what you hear from the person.
Don't believe that.
Yeah, that's how it should go. Hey, we love y'all too. Anywho, happy Wednesday, guys. Y'all make sure y'all come by Black. I saw something about Carlos King said it because he found out a bunch of lies was told or something like that.
Carlos King said the show was canceled?
I'm about to call Carlos.
Somebody sound nervous. Y'all hear myself? Carlos said the show was canceled. Somebody sound a little nervous right there, though.
We ain't got to call Carlos.
Let me call Carlos. I'm about to call him.
We ain't got to call Carlos. We did. Somebody needs to talk to accountant because they keep paying us.
Yeah, it's my purse over there at that table. Yeah.
They keep paying us, so.
Not you getting paid. You don't get paid. What you talking about? We out here.
Did y'all hear that?
$2,500.
First of all, y'all don't get paid until the episode airs. So, Marcel, we know that's a lie. That's cap. You don't get paid until the episode airs. You get paid per episode. Okay. You don't get paid until the show actually airs. So, they need to talk to somebody because he's still paying us. When you got to check. The show is not on yet. You don't get that until the show airs. That means you guaranteed that the show is on the air. Y'all can film all you want to behind the scenes, but y'all ain't getting shit until the air. Just know that. Let's continue.
Out here for pimp. Anyways, y'all, happy Wednesday. I know Carlos didn't say that. I'm just fooling around with the people. You know, they blame everything on Carlos. Everything is Carlos' fault. Like, wow, okay. Y'all give Carlos too much credit. That's like, y'all be blaming everything on the devil. The devil be like, dang, no, that was God. That wasn't me that time. Y'all be giving people too much credit. Y'all gotta stop it. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for being happy for us, guys. Continue to support us. And stay tuned. I'm sure we'll be announcing the return of the Love and Marriage Huntsville soon.
Return of the Love and Marriage Huntsville soon.
I did cut my hair, you see. But you know what? I keep saying it's hair. It'll grow back. It's hair. Anyways, bye. Happy Wednesday, y'all. See y'all soon. Talk to y'all soon.
Whoever cut your hair didn't cut it right, because why you got all those longer strands unless it's in some type of bob or something? Look like they cut it up in the back, but then on the sides going up towards the front don't look like they did nothing to that. So was it more damaged in the back than in the front? Girl, you might be putting too much heat and stuff on here. I don't know. How your hair damaged like that and you got a hair care system that you selling to people? That is so stupid. You're supposed to have the best grade of hair. I'm just saying, your hair's supposed to be healthier than anybody. How you pushing a hair care system for Macy and mildew and your damn hair toe up back there? Child. Well, hold on. I hope I ain't got to edit that. Lord, don't let me have to edit. If I do, it is what it is. Hell. All right. Anything for my caramelling. Anything for Salinas. All right. So, hold on. So, yeah. Here go old picture of Tisha. Hold on. All right, let me share. Here go old picture of Tisha, child. You thought Tisha talked like she was Rapunzel back in the day. Nah, you just regular schmeggling. She still had hair, but it won't like down her back. Now her kids, I think her kids probably get their hair maybe from Marcel's side or something like that. I don't know where they get their hair from. But that's an old picture of Tisha and look like MJ. That's Tisha and MJ. But yeah, that's an old picture of Tisha and MJ. But I mean, she has some hair, but it won't like, I don't know. Tisha tried to make it seem, oh yeah, I cut my hair. Like, girl, okay. I think Tisha's hair maybe a little bit past shoulder length, but I don't really care about that. My whole point is that you should not be having damaged hair if you have a hair care system that you're pushing and trying to sell to an audience. What if it works for your daughter's hair, why you don't use it? So that your hair can also be healthy as well. You shouldn't have to cut off all your damn hair if you have this hair care system that you are pushing and saying that it worked, that you call Just For Us, when we already know Just For Me has been out, girl. Okay, just a little word to the wise. I don't know. If I had a hair care system, I don't need to go and do that because my hair should be healthy, right? But I don't know. All right, so I had one more topic that I wanted to share with you guys before we get out of here. And I meant to do it at the beginning of my show. Somebody said, who is that? That's Tisha. That's Tisha, and she's holding MJ, their son. Okay. Yeah. The one she was pregnant with when she got married to Marceau after only dating for 1 month exclusively. All right. I'm so damn messy. Let me stop. All right. So let's get into this topic, y'all. And then we got to get out of here. Okay. As you guys can see on my screen, I'm going to have to read it from my phone because it's kind of small right there. So I can blow it up a little bit. Let's see. Hold on. No, I gotta go this way. Y'all see that on my screen? All right, hold on. Here you go. Yeah. All right, so let's blow it up, child, so we can read it. Now, in a stunning leap forward, just check this out, guys. Scientists have used CRISPR and what they call Cas9 gene editing to delete HIV and 1 DNA from human T cells. Okay, so they may be coming up with a solution for HIV. Check this out. It's an unlike treatments that only suppress the virus. They says that this approach completely removes HIV's genetic code from the immune system's core cells. Y'all hear this? Now it says that even more impressive, they said that the edited cells resisted reinfection in lab tests, showing the potential for a real permanent cure. Did y'all hear this? So Dwight, y'all know that Dwight Eubanks from Real Housewives of Atlanta, he just came out to say that he had pancreatic cancer, that he was diagnosed with that, and that he also had HIV as well. That's something I did not know. Now, we just found out about pancreatic cancer, but I did not know that he also was suffering with HIV. I don't know where I'm in, child. I try to stay up on top of the news. But yeah, y'all see that? So it's saying that they've been testing this new system in the lab, and that they're showing that the potential for it being reinfected, or for the cells to be reinfected, is that it's not showing that. So it may be a permanent cure coming for the virus HIV. Now, it says that this could be the breakthrough that can finally crack the toughest part of the fight against HIV, eliminating the virus from the body once and for all. Did y'all hear that? Now, y'all know usually, and I feel like they could have come up with a cure a long time ago, but it's more money in the medication than the cure. Y'all know that, right? It's more, I'm gonna say it again. There's a lot of these things that's out here now that they can actually go ahead and find a cure for, but I feel like they're not going to do that because it's more money in the actual medicine than it is the cure. They don't want everybody to be cured. Then they ain't going to make no damn money from people running back and forth to CVS and Walgreens and all these other damn stores where they got to get prescriptions to treat said situations. So I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there getting PrEP and all that in order to prevent themselves from being in said situation. But according to this, it's saying that unlike treatments that only suppress the virus, that this approach completely removes HIV's genetic code from the immune system's core cells. And it says even more impressive that the edited cells resist reinfection in the lab test, showing the potential for a real permanent cure. Also, that this could be the breakthrough that finally cracks the toughest part of the fight against HIV, eliminating the virus from the body once and for all. So this could be a great thing. And they're saying that scientists have used, it's called CRISP, maybe like CRISPR and Cas9 gene editing to delete HIV-1 DNA from human T cells. Y'all hear that? Somebody said Magic Johnson being cute. Something going on with Magic, baby, because he's still around here, still ticking and moving, okay? Yeah, when you got that good money, he might have already known about the cure back then. They're just making it aware to the people now, kind of like COVID. Like they knew about COVID being out for months and months and months, or maybe years before we found out. When we found out, we were like, what? Girl, they already knew. So yeah, I feel like maybe Magic Johnson already knew about that shit. He probably done, put his little money down and got that cure, and that's why his ass is still walking around here unscathed, child. But that's it, and that's all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Did y'all enjoy? Did y'all enjoy? That is all I have for you guys. Of course, I will be tapping in throughout the day to give you guys more news that I know y'all can use. Please don't forget to tap that like button if you enjoyed the show. I try to give y'all some great topics and laughs and gags and all of that. Thank you, Belle Wilson, KBR Tyra, Scorpion Miss. Thank you, Rose Armstead. Thank you, True TV Podcast, for modding and doing such an awesome job. Thank you so much to all of our Caramellians, of course. Thank you to all the content creators. I see you Sunny Days in the building, of course. Thank you, Miss Hills ATL, Boss Lady Bring Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seen Heard, again, Sunny Days True TV Podcast. Shout out to Empress Radio. Thank you for the clip from earlier. Who else do we have? Any more content creators in the building? I don't leave nobody out. Did Schoolboy stop by? Schoolboy's usually here. Shout out to Schoolboy if she stopped by here earlier as well. Okay. I don't see any more content creators, so we're gonna move on up out of here. Let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sorry. Oh, Purple Unicorn. I'm sorry. Purple Unicorn. Thanks for stopping by, Purple Unicorn. All right. I appreciate your downs. Let's have a good day, guys. And I will be checking back in with you guys. And nothing else, please tap that like. And also tell a friend, come on over to the Camera Real Show and subscribe as well. Okay. See you guys later, honey. Let's go.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain.